We're gonna get so many upgrades for this castle today, it's actually going to be a joke. This is already wave 101, which gets us lots of golden experience and I don't have to do a thing. So naturally, I'm gonna let the game play itself for the next 12 hours and come back to a mountain of rewards. At some point, the game crashed. I can't imagine why. But we have 41 upgrade points and $9.6 million. Before spending even a single one of those, let's see how we are against the first wave and decide where we need upgrade points. Because for now, we're still feeling really strong considering the stage we're at. And I picked all my heroes to be auto attackers, so I literally have to do nothing. I could just sit back and relax for a while. So far, it looks like we need upgrades nowhere at all. We need to get further into the waves. There are also these colonies I can attack and take over that will give me gold every few seconds. So we'll see if we can defeat this colony. So far, it looks like we're up to the task. They're dead. And then once we have them, we can further develop them for what seems like a small amount of money. But we'll start taking over some bigger, better ones. Because they just basically storm out of their stone hat thing and try and attack me. We rain lightning down on them and absolutely murder them. Well, we're not destroying these guys' village, but we are straight up killing them, so that still counts. And I think on that one I actually unlocked something new. Since we're doing pretty strong, let's fight this sword in the stone, which is 200.
Unknown treasure.
So we just gotta make it to the end of the wave to get the treasure. Hopefully we're up to the task. I do have a million fully upgraded archers that are absolutely destroying things. And this is all before the $10 million in upgrades. I got an iron wheel that's not even round. Let's push a little further. This one's 280. That's got to give me a little bit of resistance. Yeah, so far they were able to march right to my castle walls, so this might be beyond our current capabilities. It was stupid of us to build our castle so close together. Obviously, we're going to get in a fight about it all. And I think we're about to die, so that's too far. So it's time to start upgrading. We're going to turn our bonus gold up. We're going to turn our experience up all the way. That way, if I do what I do again, we'll get more experience for it. And then we're going to turn our hero damage up, because they're here working very hard for us too. They have a 50% increase for damage and then critical chance. So let's try this battle again with the newfound hero damage. I don't know if it's going to be enough to push us through this, but it's worth a try. And wouldn't you know it, it actually might be. Once we got our little summons out up front, which take a little while to happen, we started to actually be able to hold them off and then also attack their castle because we have a billion archers. That's all it took, more hero damage. That's some good money, and that's going to pay for itself. Going back to the regular waves, we just leveled up because we're getting a ton more experience than we used to be. This is wave 103, and we can hardly see the enemies. Oh, big slimes. Oh, it's a boss battle. Okay, we did it. I think Zeus over here needs some upgrades. He's always out there by himself doing his best. If we can get his lightning a little stronger, I think that will only be to our benefit. He only costs $4,000 to level up. So that's going to turn his stats up, and I don't know, we'll just keep going for a few minutes. Yeah, that's starting to eat up a little bit of money, but it's still not that bad. Okay, now we're going to see if we can notice the difference. We got a wave skip after this. Zeus is out there up front. It's hard to tell because the enemies tended to just sort of die anyway. He's doing more damage. We just don't know how noticeable it really is. Oh, there's a boss coming in. There's two bosses coming in. Okay, one's melted and the second one is also melted. He touched our walls just a little. The upgrade for the castle is only $22,000. I think at that point, what? That's not a castle anymore. We have like a wooden structure. It's a sand castle now. I'm not sure if we're really adding any stats to this or not, but we could definitely get more other things at this point. I'm going to spend $150,000 on reduces units cooldown. And as a good test of how far we've already come, let's fight the dragon we fought last time. This might actually be a different dragon, I'm not really sure. They are very strong in this game, so it's just a matter of trying to outdamage them. We're going to use our archer guy to do an archer super attack. The green dragon is currently melting, like really quickly. We're making him look stupid. I didn't expect us to do this already because they're very strong. I think we get an item for that. Either way, we've murdered a dragon. Oh, we gotta open the treasure chest now, I think. Or just hit it to get as much as we can. We get a hammer for 4.4% damage. And we can spend a little bit of money upgrading that. We're gonna give that to Thor because he likes hammers. Then we're gonna upgrade our archers a little bit. That's gonna turn more of them into the ones with the hoods on. Then we'll find out what's after those. They get blonde hair suddenly. Okay, let's try the black dragon real quick then. It just got a reskin, but he's obviously a lot stronger because he's definitely hurting our tower. So black dragon's the one we're going to aspire to be because for now he's absolutely wrecking us. So we're just going to jump on ahead to wave 129, which puts us way further down the line. I think our super archers are more than up to the task right now. Plus, if they're not, we've still got $8.6 million to spend on pretty much whatever we want. And here come the bosses at the end of the wave, but we make them look really stupid. They are starting to hurt our walls more and more. It's nothing a little castle upgrade won't fix. We just keep pushing this button to watch our money go down. We'll go down to $8 million. Wave 149. The monsters are starting to get a little bit past Zeus, but not very far. He's still very strong. That went off without a hitch whatsoever. So let's try 150. This should end with a fun boss fight. Turns out it ended with a few more hours of grinding. But we got 16 more levels and $13.4 million to spend. So I'm going to spend a lot of points on faster cooldown. And then we're going to fight the next wave. All the cooldowns should go all the quicker. That includes everything that's just auto summoning and auto attacking. I'll show that stupid dragon eventually. I'm not feeling particularly challenged by wave 151. It does come with a boss though, and in fact comes with 2 bosses. We're going to activate the archer ability just to make sure they're going to die in a hurry. We did lose a little HP. So I'd better upgrade my archers. This costs $45,000 for each upgrade, so we better only do a few. If we upgrade 10 of them, we get a discount at only $531,000. Never mind. Okay, $640,000 for 10 levels. The archers are very strong. We spent millions of dollars. So we're going to skip 20 waves, but we're also going to find out what wave 156 is like with my newly upgraded archers. We spent a lot of millions of dollars on them, so they've got to be pretty good. I'd say they're pretty good. This wave is getting absolutely decimated. We still got 11.3 million to spend. And that number's going up continually. Okay, here comes those guys. We're going to use the archer ability to really rain down arrows on them. And they're dead. As funny as it is to have the castle at level 69, we're going to go for some bigger upgrades. I don't really know what this is going to do for us. Level 100. I guess it did give us more hero spaces than whatever's supposed to go here. If we put this down, town archers attack plus 10% for 20 seconds. Can we go ahead and put one of those down? And we can upgrade that a little bit. We'll give them an extra 15% attack. And we need to pick some new heroes, so naturally I'm going to pick the more expensive ones. Or maybe ones like the Defender, castle defense up 10%. And every upgrade here gives a little bit of extra defense, but not a ton. But the upgrades are still pretty cheap, so we can go ahead and buy a few. I'm going to do one that has a power that's not automatic. Summon 5 angels, dealing extra damage. We're going to spend some money upgrading this. Let's upgrade 10 levels, 10 more levels, and 10 more levels on top of that. Speaking of which, I feel like Zeus needs some extra levels up. Did I call him Zeus? Whatever. He's one of the lightning guys. Oh, we actually do have a Zeus as well. I didn't really realize we had both of them, so he gets some levels up too. All the heroes are going to get a healthy level up there. Way they're just going to do a lot of extra damage, and this guy's going to give me extra experience. We just spent almost $10 million already. I didn't realize how expensive these things were. And my bomb tower was so weak. It started with like hundreds of dollars per upgrade. Well, I'm pretty sure we've clicked on everything we can click on, so we're going to skip another 20 levels after this wave. This is 176. Our castle has turned into a wooden structure. It's made out of trees. It's not my fault the enemies can't get close though. Here's one now. Here's a customer. Perfect. We're sending the angels down and yep, they're dead. Which brings us to 196. I bet 200 is going to have something very fun for us. And we leveled up to level 124. I didn't realize I had a second level of skills unlocked, at least a few of them. We can get a 0.5% increased physical damage. I'd like to think that applies to the archers, but I might be wrong. Either way, we get a little bit more damage out of that onto wave 197. 197, we made it look easy. The enemies hardly got onto the screen before they were met with an absolute rain of arrows. So let's see what wave 200 has in store for us. I really hope some kind of great dragony boss. The morons so far aren't that exciting, but it's got to be boss time pretty soon. And then we're going to rain down arrows and angels on them. They make a winning combination. Okay, it's just that big guy. Whoa, never mind, he's dead. A wave 200. I also forgot to upgrade my lightning tower earlier, so this is going to get a lot stronger. And that's probably actually going to make a really big boost to us. There's, I don't know, $500,000 in upgrades. Since I was disappointed with the boss, we're going to try the Black Dragon again. If we do defeat it, we get lots of good items. We're even going to send the angels out. So far, actually, it's closer than you would think, where he's also destroying our walls pretty quick. I forgot how quick my cooldown is, though, so I can actually launch angels and arrows a lot faster than I thought. We took him down to half health. So as a confidence boost, we're going to go back to the Green Dragon for a second. We're going to unleash the full power of my abilities. Okay, he's way dead. Now we get to whale on a treasure chest for a bunch of money. But these do also drop items, like a 7.4% stun chance bow. So we might actually just farm his dragon for a minute. We should probably see if we can take over a stronger place like a 250 town too for that extra gold. All we gotta do is destroy their castle, which is literally right in our face. They basically built their castle inside of our castle. We're absolutely destroying them, so we're getting strong quick. And we'll invest a little bit of money in our new civilization, and that's gonna help us earn more gold. Do you think we could take over a 310? That's gotta be really strong. This might be a little bit too strong for us, but we'll find. Nope, we're absolutely destroying them as well. I didn't realize how strong we were. Well, there goes them. If we destroy the no-named arena, we will get the Tome of Wisdom. So we'll see who we have to kill to get there, but we should be able to absolutely destroy these guys. I got Poison Mastery. Not sure what I'm going to do with that, but I got it. For this one, I'll get Unknown Treasure. It's only a 150 difficulty. I should really take advantage of these things more, especially at this point, because we can absolutely destroy waves this strong. And we got a whip. What are we supposed to do with a whip? Okay, it gives me a little bit of extra gold. We can spend a fortune upgrading it, or we can just let it be. This one's a 450 treasure map, so it should be better treasure. Stronger idiots, but I don't think we're really going to notice that. For that, we got the Frozen Heart. Okay, enough taking over the world, we're going back to murdering these guys. In this world, we just kind of murder these guys. We don't take over their homeland, we just want to kill them. I also ran out of diamonds for skipping waves, but this is wave 220, so we're making progress real quick. I should probably start increasing my castle wall defense, because that's a really big upgrade just for one. If we get those high enough, we could probably fight the dragon just based on that. But no, kind of curious, if I put another $3.15 million into upgrading the archers, could we then take on this dragon? He always takes off and lands back on the ground. We have an extra 5% castle defense. I think he's still going to win this one, but we're inching ever closer. Yeah, it won't be much longer now and he'll be ours. Then we'll get whatever items he drops. We'll farm him for an eternity. Until then, we're going to concede this battle. So we'll go back to killing regular boring moron for a few minutes. Quickly jumping into wave 225. These guys even have a few little close lanes, so the enemies spawn close to me. That's not going to help them though. We got a boss at the end of this wave, so that's going to be fun. I should really look over to my base more, because there's a bunch of different things with different abilities that I wasn't really using. Like we got 2 different skills for the 2 sets of archers. It probably would help us out a lot when we need them. We don't often need them. It's only when the bosses show up like right now, but then when we use them, I don't even get a chance to activate the abilities before they die. Wave 227, the enemies are definitely getting tougher, but we did level up again. So more castle wall defense for us, a huge 5%. So then we'll just go back and tear through a few more waves rather easily. We've been battling so long it's turned into winter and the snow is falling. At the end of that wave we've leveled up again, so we get even more castle wall defense. If I combine that with $800,000 to upgrade my castle a few more times, that's going to push us ever closer to defeating that stupid dragon. Another level up means more castle wall defense. Well, we're at it, more castle upgrades. And then I'm also going to skip 20 waves so we can earn some better experience and gold. The waves are getting strong enough that this big guy with the hammer was able to go up and smack my castle once, not that it did a lot of damage. But the enemies are definitely getting stronger. Luckily, we still have a lot of firepower going the other way. And the boss is coming in now, so we're going to unleash all of our abilities on both of them. They survive for more than a second. They're getting stronger. And I got some kind of star point that corresponds with this giant mess of things, so I get to pick what kind of upgrade I want. Physical comes to mind for the archers, but it seems to be like elements, so I assume this applies to heroes. Whatever the case, we got some good lightning heroes, so maybe we're going to be a lightning thing moving forward. So let's make sure Thor and Zeus are adequately leveled up, because they're definitely lightning damage. And I guess so is our chain lightning tower. Maybe that's enough to finally take on the dragon. I just got to remember to actually hit my powers. So far we're actually winning this fight, but my powers need to come back nice and quick so we can rain arrows down onto the dragon and no one else. There's a bit of luck involved as to what my damage actually goes into, because he'll fly and we'll miss him. And his idiots will absorb some of the shots. We might actually win this. It's got to be close. We just need another few volleys of arrows going into the dragon and no one else. Do we get him? We got him! We defeated the black dragon for the first time. And we're definitely going to get an A tier item. I can feel it. Plus 5.4 fire damage. So whatever fire hero we have, that's going to help. I put it on this guy. He makes a TNT. I'm not sure if that constitutes... Yeah, that must be fire damage. Perfect. I'm also not sure how consistently we can defeat the dragon. That was a pretty close battle, so we're going to upgrade a little more before we try and farm him. A few minutes later, we've got $1.4 million and 3 upgrade points. So that's an extra 15% castle defense, which is huge, and then we can upgrade our castle itself. And that should mean slaying the dragon is easier than last time. Just gotta remember to hit the powers efficiently, and then we should be perfectly fine. Those 2 upgrades actually seem to make a difference, considering I screwed up the clicking of some of these and we're already not destroyed, so that's a very good sign for us. The dragon has been defeated. We get a little bit of gold. Not a ton, but that's actually, that would add up over time, and we got an item. Enough dragon slaying, we've got more waves to fight. Because of my occasional many hour long grinding sessions, our upgrades are staying well ahead of the enemies. So let's skip another 20 waves. This should be an adequate challenge. Or maybe it won't, but at least we'll make that much more progress and can make even more money. The bosses are putting up, well, actually they're surviving long enough to hurt my wall. I didn't have to use my powers, but they died. I guess we can also upgrade more of the archers. I don't know if they're even changing at this point physically. In appearance at least, they're obviously getting stronger. What do you think the red dragon's like? We barely defeated the black one. We probably got a pretty non-existent shot at defeating this thing, but we're gonna try. He has a lot of HP. It's not as bad as I thought, but it's also probably not going to be a victory for us yet. Well, I guess back to fighting the regular peasants. We'll still continue to level up, but if I get my castle defense strong enough, it'll be hard for anything to hurt us. And there's another point for that, 50% castle wall defense. I think it's time we do a little grinding. A few minutes later, $30 million and 41 skill points. So we're definitely going to get a little bit more castle wall defense, that's 100%. And then critical chance is going to be all the way up to 20, and then leader summoned units damage reduced by a lot. So let's see what those upgrades by themselves do for us. We do still have $30 million to spend on whatever we want, but I feel like my castle is currently up to the task of dealing with this. And that is leveled up again somehow, 175, so we're getting up there quickly. There should be a nice boss at the end of this wave because we're about to skip 20. So when he shows up, we'll use our abilities and hopefully absolutely melt him. I think it's worth spending a few $1 million upgrading my castle more because we unlock more areas to put more stuff. That was about $5 million already. And then we'll make Thor here up front is very, very strong. I'm not afraid to spend a few $1 million here, $1 million for 10 levels. Same as Zeus because we're in something of a lightning theme right now, so there's $1 million, several $1 million spent on him. And with the remaining $20 million, I'm thinking archers. That's got to make them a lot stronger. Hopefully this is worth it. $15 million on 100 levels. Done. And now they're $1 million per upgrade. And then we're going to skip ahead another 20 waves, but we're on 306 currently, and our archers seem to be doing a ton of damage along with all of our lightning. We've spent tens of millions of dollars of upgrades up to this point. The enemies are still actually pretty strong considering how far in we are. And I'm not even using any of my abilities. If I use those, things will go even faster. My castle also has an even 7,000 HP, so it's feeling pretty sturdy. We should have some bosses coming in, at least one. So we'll let the skills go on them and see how they do. Wow, they still actually survive. To be fair, I'm not really sure where my money is best spent on upgrades at this point, so I'm just going to kind of upgrade random things. I figure if everyone gets a few random upgrades here and there, that kind of just works out eventually. And we're just going to keep jumping through the waves, spending millions of dollars. Right now, we're absolutely raining death on the idiots. And here comes the bosses. I almost forgot they were on the way. We're back to the blue slimes. Okay, they're already dead. We lost basically no HP. I want to go back and fight the original dragon right now because we used to struggle a lot with this. It absolutely destroyed us the first time and it's dead. And there's actually a bow that's 4% attack speed for one of our lucky heroes. Okay, dragon number 2 that we recently defeated but should be able to take out pretty hardily at this point because of our castle defense and also our raging attack. Yeah, so far he's taken off like 15%, 20% of our health and he's about dead, so that bodes well for us. And I got a massive boost of poison damage. I'm assuming one of those actually does poison damage. I had to swap them around a little bit, but now I found someone that actually does poison damage. Dragon number 3, red dragon. Again, we have a much better chance of getting an A tier item, but also a slight chance of an S tier item, so let's let the good times roll and see if we can actually do this. The dragon backs away, so it's hard to hit, and so far we're taking damage, but so is the dragon. It's going to depend on its moveset and a little bit on luck. Okay, at this point I can see it's going to be a lot dependent on luck, considering there's no way we're going to win this with our current setup. I'm sure if we re-establish things a little bit, we could probably do it, but it does 2 million HP and we have 64. So we'll take out our frustration on the prior dragon again, because that's a nice easy kill. It makes us look much stronger than we are. Plus then we can end on a high note and say we slew the dragon.